right, Rachel, thank you for being here today. I just want to make sure that we can get your permission to record this interview and share it with the whole entire world, or at least our department.
Yes, you have my permission.
Okay, so give us a quick introduction. Who are you and why are you here today?
My name is Rachel Buck. I'm a senior at Arkansas Tech University in the major of emergency management. I graduate this December 15th, 2018, and I think that's the basics.
Cool. All right, so tell me about how you got into this major of emergency management.
So it was actually pretty easy for me, and I hear a lot of similar stories. Both of my parents were involved in the volunteer fire department when I was a kid. So I grew up in a really small rural town in Oklahoma, and we were at least 20 to 25 minutes away from any sort of medical help or anything. So all we had was the local volunteer fire department. And so since both of my parents were involved and it was such a small town, they got to bring us to a lot of trainings and exercises. So I got to see like firsthand how they would train and prepare for all that. And, a lot of times because it was such a small town, we would know the trainers and I would get to be involved. I was the victim that they strapped in and everything. And it was a lot of fun. And so that's where my interest first perked. So when it came to picking a major for college, I knew I wanted to do something to help people like my parents did. And then I found out about emergency management and I did some research on it. And Tech at the time was actually the only college in the state with emergency management. And so I applied and luckily I got in, and that's kind of how I got started.
Excellent. All right, so I know you did the internship in Yale County and you had a really good experience from that. So just tell me a little bit about how that went and why it was so beneficial to you.
Yeah, okay. So this summer, of course, I interned with Yale County Office of Emergency Management, and that was with Jeff Gilkey. He's really a one-man department down there, but there were so many things that I learned and opportunities I got to have. Jeff was really cool. He's really hands-on with everything. While I was there, I got to build and facilitate 2 exercises. One was with the Danville School District, and the other was with a nursing home. It's called Mitchell's Nursing Home. And Jeff, it was kind of crazy. He just handed those to me. And he knew I had taken a class at Tech. It was an exercise design course, but that was all I had. And so he gave me a book through FEMA over exercise design. It's like, here, if you have questions, let me know. He was super helpful. We would sit down and bounce ideas off each other. But really, it was my baby, like I built it from the ground up because he let me do that. And so that was a great experience to have. And of course, he helped me when I needed to, but ultimately I got to do it by myself. And another thing that's really cool about Yale County is Jeff, he lets you go to any meetings that you want to. You can make all the connections in the world that he has. He lets you like bounce off of, and it's really cool. I met so many people throughout the emergency management field in the state of Arkansas. I was very grateful for that. The connections were crazy. Another thing is I got some certifications while I was there. I think I got 3 or 4 certifications. I got to go to trainings and everything, and just a lot of experience. And Jeff's super helpful. If there's ever anything, there was a down day, he'd just sit you down and be like, well, what do you want to know about? There was a day that we just talked about search and rescue and the different methods and everything, just because I was interested. I mentioned how I didn't really have any experience in grant writing, so he showed me all of his previous grants, and he told me I was allowed to look at those. If I wanted to make a mock grant, he'd look over it and like tell me what I could improve on about that. And he really wanted to help me, not just be good in his office, but he expresses this. He wants you to be able to successfully move on and get a job after graduation and know what you're doing. And it was an awesome experience. And anybody looking for an internship, like I push you to go to Jeff or anybody like Jeff because it's great.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right, so last question real quick. If you had to give advice to the freshman version of you, what do you know now that you wish you would have known when you first got started?
And I heard this a lot when I was a freshman, and every other freshman since will probably hear it, but I didn't take it seriously like 75% of our freshmen don't. Get involved as soon as you possibly can because there are so many opportunities that I've missed, and I know that. And that is honestly my biggest regret about my college experience is not getting involved enough. While I made connections with my internship and through this last semester where I was trying to be actively involved, you miss a lot, and there's so many friends and connections and opportunities, and just dive in. That's really all I can say is dive in.
I got one in there.
And
Thanks,
Rachel,
Teddy.
thank you so much for doing this interview with me today. It's been a pleasure working with you and doing projects with you, and I really appreciate our friendship, and good luck after graduation.
Thank you, Christopher.
So how does it feel?
Are you recording?
I am.
It feels great. It's amazing.
Congratulations, Rachel.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited.